Yeah, which is great.
So we can explore how they built this ready-made playbook,
Yeah.
designed apparently to just cut out all that time you'd spend researching or listening to advice.
Right, saving hours listening to gurus, as they put it. Huh. Okay, let's start with the tech engine then, because here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
This whole system seems to center around a very sensitive AI avatar.
Mm-hmm.
The materials say it's injected into the interface, and it recognizes, well, not just what you type, but your actual physical and emotional state.
Yeah, like gestures, smiles, your general mood.
Which is pretty advanced stuff.
And what's fascinating is how that recognition gets processed. It's not just sitting there. No, this emotional data, the gestures, it's immediately tied into the Gemini Live API.
Okay, Gemini Live. We should probably clarify for listeners what live means here.
Good point. Yeah, live means real time, like very low latency interaction with a powerful language model.
So no waiting around for the chatbot to think.
Exactly. You're interacting more like a conversation.
Yeah.
And the system's actually using your body language as part of the input.
Wow. Okay. And that real-time connection, that's what powers this immediate feedback loop they talk about.
That's right. The sources show specific actions the user takes. They get reflected instantly in a database.
Like what kind of actions?
Well, remarkably specific ones, actually. Things tied right into the creator economy routine.
Yeah.
Like if you wave your hand or maybe click on a step like trying to find a viral comment or clicking on doom scroll to find a TikTok video, that input gets registered instantly.
So it's logging everything, every click, every hesitation, every task you finish.
Seems like it. Basically building an operational audit of your creative process as you go.
To then give you better guidance, presumably.
That's the idea. Ongoing optimized guidance based on what you actually do.
This sounds incredibly complex, sophisticated anyway, but it has to run on a standard iPhone, right? So let's talk about the technical trick here. It looks like a normal app.
Right.
But the sources spill a secret. It's actually running inside the Safari browser. Why do that?
Ah, okay. That decision is, well, it's crucial. It really speaks to needing to get around standard limitations.
App Store rules, maybe?
Probably.
All right.
Running a really complex automation flow, one that integrates deeply with device features, that often bumps up against App Store guidelines.
Okay.
So by running it through Safari, they can then tap into the second key bit of tech.
Which is?
iPhone shortcuts.
Ah. Okay, so the shortcuts integration is the key. That's what unlocks the phone's deeper functions.
Exactly. That shortcuts integration makes it possible to tap into better functions, as the sources say, and lets the user mix it up multiple times. It's the bridge, really, between a web application, which Safari basically is, and the ability to access and control device functions, things you really need for creating content on the move.
Makes sense. Okay, AI avatar, Gemini Live, Safari shortcuts, already pretty complex.
But wait, there's more.
Oh.
Just when you think the stack couldn't get any weirder, they layer in a sensory experience.
The sensory.
The source material mentions adding ASMR elements.
It's in the SMR. Seriously. Like the tingly sounds.
Yep, and combining those with whisper sounds.
Wait, whisper sounds while you're trying to work. For the listener, ASMR is autonomous sensory meridian response. Those sound triggers some people find relaxing.
That's it. And yeah, integrating these like relaxing whispers while you're, say, doom scrolling to find a viral video.
That's a best.
It's a bold move, isn't it? It kind of points to a design philosophy that thinks the creative process needs guiding, not just logically, but emotionally, sensorially even. Like they want to reduce the anxiety of making content by wrapping the whole workflow in this immersive, calming soundscape.
So we've got this really complex, real-time, emotion-reading, whispering system. Okay.
Yeah.
If we connect all that technical plumbing to the bigger picture, it's all serving this incredibly laser-focused niche, right? Which brings us to the big question. Who on earth is paying for this kind of bespoke system?
Well, the creators define their audience with almost surgical precision.
Okay.
They call them the luxury pet moms over 40 and digital Seuss.
Wow. Okay. That is a lot to unpack. Let's break it down. Luxury pet moms over 40.
Right. So think high disposable income.
Check.
Highly engaged with maybe their pets, their online presence, and potentially time poor, needing maximum efficiency.
Okay, that makes sense. What about digital Seuss? What does that mean?
Digital Seuss, yeah. It's often slang for digitally native female entrepreneurs.
Ah, okay.
Particularly those building brands online. Maybe coaches, creators, people monetizing really small niches.
Got it.
And this automation was specifically created by the Freedom Fusion System talent agency for this exact group.
So the agency built it for its clients or potential clients matching this profile.
Seems like it. The strategy is pretty smart, actually. Target users who have the money, they're committed, and they have a major pain point.
And what is that central pain point this whole system is designed to, well, obliterate?
It's basically the information overload problem, drowning in advice.
Right.
The core benefit, according to the sources, is saving an incredible amount of hours listening to TikTok gurus.
Okay, I can see the appeal there.
Instead of trying to sift through all this conflicting, often generic advice and then trying to build your own strategy, you just get instant prescriptive guidance tailored exactly to your brand and apparently even your emotional state at that moment.
So it's not just making you more productive, it's acting like a decision-making filter.
Pretty much.
You get these prescriptive real-time instructions popped right into your iPhone interface, telling you precisely what to do, what to say, what to post next, all to drive engagement.
And this loops back to maybe the most extraordinary claim they make.
Which is?
That AI avatar. It apparently serves a dual role.
Okay. Recognition of gestures, emotions, mood, we covered that. What's the other role?
Offering emotional support. Essentially acting as your therapist.
Whoa, hang on. Your therapist.
That's the phrasing in the source.
Okay. This system claims it can replace a human therapist and a marketing manager, all wrapped up in a Safari shortcut.
I know, it sounds...
Aren't they risking, I don't know, massively overpromising or taking on huge liability by saying an AI can be therapeutic?
It's definitely a bold claim. It reflects the ambition in AI development right now, doesn't it?
I guess.
But the language in the sources suggests it's maybe less about clinical therapy and more about preventing those emotional roadblocks in your creative workflow.
How so?
Like if the system detects you're frustrated or maybe low energy. Remember the gesture recognition?
Yeah.
It could adjust its guidance or maybe deploy those ASMR whispers, perhaps, to gently steer you back to focus.
Ah, okay. So managing the emotional friction of content creation rather than, like, treating depression.
That seems a more likely interpretation.
Yeah.
Managing creative stress.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. And the ultimate goal, then, as the creators define it?
It's pretty straightforward, actually. Make it super easy for these users, the luxury pet moms, the digital sisters, to get more leads, more followers, more views, and ultimately more sales by turning brand building into this structured, emotionally supported process.
Right. Supported by whispers.
Apparently. Which brings us to the sort of high-level operational philosophy, how they package this simplicity.
Okay.
The system really champions the idea of the one-button solution.
Yeah, I saw that. The claim that if you spot a deficiency in your brand, like no content, no customers, you can just push a button and boom, it just like does it.
It's the ultimate promise of efficiency, isn't it? Almost bordering on magic.
But okay, here's the critical trade-off, right? How much control are you actually giving up for that efficiency?
That's the key question to analyze. The sources do highlight that it supposedly keeps the user in control by guiding them through steps, so they don't have to remember anything. The system handles the logistics, the strategy, the timing, but the user is still the one, executing, pushing the buttons, making the post.
So it eliminates the rote decision-making, like what should I post, when, how should I phrase it?
Exactly.
But it preserves the human element. So the content still has the creator's voice, their authenticity.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
It's framed as an efficiency tool, not quite a full replacement yet.
Right. An AI co-pilot with strong opinions and ASMR.
And the philosophy behind this particular brand of success, they call it spawning money through micro skills.
Micro skills. Okay, we need to define this jargon, especially terms like stacking TikTok sniping. What is that?
Right, yeah, stacking TikTok sniping. It refers to a really specific content tactic for a short-form video.
Okay, sniping.
Sniping implies like rapidly spotting high-performing content or trends and then quickly repurposing them or reacting to them, jumping on the bandwagon fast.
Got it. And stacking?
Stacking means automating that process, doing it repeatedly in rapid succession. So the system pushes this idea. Success comes from automating these small, repeatable, super specialized content tactics. Rather than relying on big, complex, time-consuming strategies.
In other words, stop trying to build the giant campaign. Just automate the tiny, specific tasks that actually get views and traffic right now.
Precisely. Quick wins, automated and stacked.
And this steering up the pot system, it doesn't exist in a vacuum, does it?
No, they point out a related tool in the ecosystem. It's called the BioSpice Social Blaster.
BioSpice Social Blaster.
Yeah.
Right. Created by someone named Rome Wells.
That's right.
And it's described as the ultimate tool for this exact same audience.
Luxury pet moms and digital sisters again.
To blast trendy videos across platforms.
Yeah. So it suggests the market's moving towards these complete tool suites, right? Where every single part of the brand building workflow gets covered by a specialized integrated system.
Everything talking to everything else for that one specific user type.
That really is the synthesis value they're claiming.
Yeah.
The creators state it pretty clearly. Nothing else exists that
How did they put it?
that combines multiple apps together for your particular life on the go for your particular brand in a way.
That specific integration is the unique selling point.
Seems to be.
Okay. So let's try and wrap this up. What does this all mean for the broader tech landscape? We've looked at two core things here.
Right.
First, the powerful and frankly kind of bizarre technical stack. You've got the AI avatar, emotion recognition, Gemini Live.
Leveraging Safari and shortcuts.
And the ASMR, can't forget the ASMR.
And the whispers.
And the whispers. And we paired that with the realization that this hyper-specific, integrated, prescriptive guidance
Right down to the user's mood.
is maybe becoming the ultimate weapon against information overload.
Yeah, these tools aim to just eliminate the need for the user to manually synthesize advice from, countless gurus.
By just giving them the pre-vetted real-time answer. Push here, say this.
Exactly. It's a complete package designed to automate the thinking process for a very defined, very high-value audience.
Okay. So what does this mean for you, the listener, sort of watching this trend unfold?
Well, it reinforces the idea that customized tools are emerging really rapidly, not just to make tasks easier, but maybe to eliminate decision fatigue altogether. The whole concept of an app seems to be dissolving into this idea of an integrated, prescriptive workflow.
Right. The automation claims to combine multiple apps for a specific life on the go, making brand management almost frictionless, which I guess raises a pretty important question for you to maybe mull over.
Okay.
When AI gets fully integrated into our daily shortcuts into our browsers, when that line between a standard app and a personal assistant just completely dissolves, will brand management, or really any complex daily tasks, just become entirely autonomous, entirely prescriptive, demanding nothing more from us than, I don't know, emotional compliance and pushing the button when prompted? Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into a really interesting corner of the digital world, I think. Digital faceless marketing, but specifically for moms.
Oh, wow.
Through a product called Threads Booster.
Okay.
And you've shared a ton of sources with us.
Yeah.
YouTube videos, social media posts, even some marketing materials.
Right.
And so our mission today is to unpack what this approach is all about.
Yeah, it's definitely a fascinating niche.
Yeah.
It's a whole system built around this idea of helping moms generate income online without having to be the face of their brand.
Yes, and no need to be an influencer or constantly on camera.
Exactly.
Which I can already see being a huge draw,
For sure.
busy moms.
Yeah.
But let's start by understanding who is behind all of this.
Okay.
The sources point to someone named Rome Wells.
Yes, Rome Wells is the creator of Threads Booster.
Okay.
He's a former certified math teacher, actually.
Interesting.
Who transitioned into the world of digital marketing and entrepreneurship. And what's really interesting is that he's taken inspiration from his teaching background, specifically what he calls a feudal system framework to help moms navigate this space.
Okay, a feudal system.
Yeah.
Now, I'm really curious. But before we get to that, let's just break down what exactly digital faceless marketing is for our listener.
Yeah, in essence, it's basically a way to build and run a profitable online business without needing to be front and center. You're working behind the scenes, leveraging various strategies to drive income without putting yourself out there publicly.
So that's where Threads Booster comes in.
Exactly. Threads Booster is Rome Wells's digital guide, lays out his entire system. It promises to teach moms how to create and market profitable digital products. Build effective sales funnels, and even automate and outsource tasks.
So kind of a one-stop shop for building an online business. But with this specific focus on moms.
Who value their privacy. And might not have a ton of time to devote to it.
Exactly. That's the core idea. And one of the key things that Rome Wells really emphasizes throughout his materials is this importance of mindset. And personal growth. And that's where his unique feudal system framework comes into play.
Okay, let's talk about this feudal system then. It's not exactly the first thing that comes to mind. When you think of digital marketing. For moms.
For moms,
So help us understand this.
So he draws a parallel to the structure and values of the feudal system in ancient Japan. Think of it like this. You're building your own digital kingdom. With different levels you can ascend as you learn and implement the strategies that he outlines. It's about creating a sustainable system, cultivating loyalty in your audience, like a lord to their subjects,
Like that.
and constantly working towards personal growth. So instead of just focusing on quick wins or like overnight success, it's about building something more enduring and impactful.
Exactly. It's a long-term vision. And Rome Wells actually provides what he calls pills of freedom.
Pills of freedom. Okay, that's a new one. What are those exactly?
So think of them less like actual pills. More like pre-packaged routines or strategies. So these pills are designed to free up your time, your mental energy, by providing these structured approaches to things like content creation, automation, and even managing your mindset.
So it's like having a set of tools or blueprints to help you build a more efficient and ultimately more fulfilling business. That makes sense. And another key aspect of his approach is this emphasis on content creation. But with a twist. He encourages building what he calls a content bank.
A content bank.
By drawing inspiration from your everyday life as a mom. So instead of needing to come up with these elaborate ideas or stage photo shoots, you're essentially leveraging what you're already doing.
Precisely.
I like that.
Rome Wells believes that the everyday experiences of motherhood are a rich source of content. He suggests thinking about it like this. What are you already doing? That you can document or share in a way that provides value to others. He even talks about things like recording quick videos while cooking dinner or sharing tips on organizing kids' toys.
So it's about like finding those authentic moments that are already happening. That's a pretty refreshing perspective, I think. Because it takes away some of the pressure of feeling like you need to be constantly on. Or creating something from scratch.
It takes the pressure off. And he actually takes this idea even further by suggesting moms leverage things like their commute time. Or even their pets to generate content.
Hold on. Monetizing commutes and pets. Now that's thinking outside the box. Tell me more about how that works.
So he's a big proponent of utilizing those pockets of time that might otherwise be considered dead time. So instead of just scrolling through social media on your commute, he suggests brainstorming content ideas, recording audio notes, or even editing videos. If you can do so safely, of course.
Safely, right? And as for pets?
Well, who doesn't love cute animal content?
True.
Especially if you're in a pet-related niche.
Right.
Incorporating your furry friends into your content can be a great way to engage your audience.
That's such a smart strategy.
Right.
It's all about finding creative ways to leverage what's already around you and make it work for your business.
Yeah.
But wouldn't this approach require a lot of multitasking?
It probably would.
Which many moms are already experts at.
Oh, absolutely.
But it still could lead to feeling overwhelmed.
Right. That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's something that Rome Wells seems to be very aware of.
Okay. Yes.
To the content bank idea, to those pills of freedom he talks about.
You're right.
Before the break, we were talking about automation and AI to kind of streamline things.
Yes.
I'm curious to hear how you balance all that with maintaining like a genuine connection with your audience.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because it does seem very tech-heavy.
Right.
But Rome Wells actually places a lot of emphasis on storytelling.
Okay.
Even in this digital faceless model.
See, that's interesting. I think a lot of people would think if you're not putting yourself out there visually, you're automatically kind of sacrificing that personal connection.
He argues the opposite, though.
Okay.
He believes that by sharing authentic stories about your experiences, like challenges and even failures, you can create a deeper sense of trust and relatability with your audience.
So it's less about being like a picture-perfect influencer?
Yes.
And more about connecting on like a human level.
Exactly.
Through shared experiences.
Exactly.
And this ties back to that feudal system analogy.
Right.
You're inviting people into your kingdom.
I like that.
By being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And sharing your story.
Creating a community rather than just a following.
Yes, exactly.
Now, before the break, I mentioned burnout.
Yeah.
Which is a valid concern, I think.
It is for any entrepreneur.
For any entrepreneur, yeah.
But especially busy moms.
Especially moms, right.
Yeah.
We're already juggling so much.
Right.
The idea of adding another layer, even if it's potentially profitable, can feel daunting.
It can be overwhelming for sure.
Yeah.
But Rome Wells, he addresses this in his materials.
Okay.
He emphasizes setting realistic goals.
Okay.
Starting small and gradually scaling up as you gain momentum.
So it's not about like doing all the things at once. We're building a massive business overnight.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
He really encourages moms to focus on building a sustainable system that works for them, not against them.
And that's where I think the pills of freedom come back into play.
Yes.
Can you unpack a few specific examples? I think our listener would really benefit from hearing how those could be applied.
Yeah, so one pill that he describes involves using ChatGPT to streamline communication with virtual assistants.
Okay.
So think of it like creating this detailed instruction manual for every task.
Okay.
So you're not spending your time explaining things over and over again.
So it's about using technology to create more efficiency, free up your mental bandwidth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another pill he talks about is content repurposing, which we touched on earlier.
Right.
He provides this specific framework for taking one piece of content, like a blog post, and turning it into multiple pieces for different platforms, like Instagram, TikTok, even LinkedIn.
That's a great way to maximize your efforts.
Right.
Reach a wider audience without constantly creating from scratch.
Exactly.
I like that.
He also has a pill that focuses on tracking your progress and celebrating your milestones, no matter how small.
Yeah.
Because he believes that acknowledging your wins helps you stay motivated and build confidence.
It's so important. It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day.
Yes.
And just like forget to look back and see how far you've come.
Exactly. And he actually encourages moms to create a physical or digital wall of wins.
Oh, I love that.
Right. Where they can document their accomplishments and use it as inspiration.
That's great.
During challenging times.
Okay, I'm loving these pills of freedom.
And I know, right?
They're like little nuggets of wisdom and practical advice.
They are.
All wrapped into one.
Now, we've talked a lot about systems and strategies.
Right.
But what about the financial side of things?
Okay, yeah. How does he actually suggest moms monetize their efforts?
Good question.
In this digital faceless model.
He is a big proponent of creating and selling digital products.
Right.
Which makes sense given his own success with Threads Booster.
Right.
These could be ebooks, online courses, templates, or even membership communities.
You're leveraging your knowledge and experience to create something valuable that people are willing to pay for.
That's right.
Okay.
And he also encourages exploring affiliate marketing.
Okay.
Which involves promoting other people's products and earning a commission on sales.
That's a great way to leverage your existing audience
It is.
and generate income
Yes.
without having to create your own products from scratch.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he really emphasizes choosing affiliate products that align with your niche and audience.
Okay.
So you're genuinely recommending things that you believe in.
It's about building that trust and authenticity, which goes back to that feudal system idea, right?
Exactly.
Cultivating that loyalty.
He doesn't shy away from the fact that it takes work and dedication to build a successful online business.
I think that's refreshing, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
He's not promising overnight riches or some magic formula.
Right.
It's a system that requires effort.
Consistency.
Consistency in showing up.
Right.
He encourages moms to think of it like building a digital asset
Okay.
that can generate income over time, even if they choose to step back from active involvement at some point.
So it's about creating something that's both profitable and sustainable in the long run?
Yes, exactly. And one of the ways he suggests doing that is by leveraging those pills of freedom to create a system that's as automated and efficient as possible.
Working smarter, not harder.
Working smarter, not harder. Exactly.
Which is especially important, I think, for moms.
Oh, for sure.
We're already juggling so much.
Now, we've covered a lot of the core principles.
Yeah.
But there's one more element that we haven't touched on yet.
Okay.
And it's a big one.
You're talking about community, right?
Community, yes.
I know he emphasizes the importance of connecting with other moms who are on this journey. He does. And that's exactly what we'll be diving into after a quick break.
All right, sounds good.
Stay tuned to explore the role of community and support in Rome Wells's digital faceless marketing system.
And we're back, wrapping up our exploration of Rome Wells's digital faceless marketing system for moms.
We've talked about that feudal system framework as pills of freedom and how moms can really leverage their everyday experiences and even their pets.
Yeah, even the pets.
To create a thriving online business.
And before we went to break, you mentioned community.
Community, that's right.
As a crucial aspect of his approach.
Yeah, Rome Wells really believes in surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who understand what it's like to build an online business as a mom.
It makes sense, right? Entrepreneurship can be pretty isolating.
It can.
Especially when you're working from home.
Yeah.
Juggling all the demands of motherhood.
Exactly. And that's why he created this community called the Freedom Fusion Path.
Okay.
Where moms can connect, share their experiences, and support each other.
So it's like a built-in network of cheerleaders and accountability partners.
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
Got it.
Who get it.
Yeah.
He also offers a more intensive coaching program called the Feudal Incubator, which provides more personalized guidance and support.
Okay, now all of this sounds great for moms.
Yeah.
But do you think any of these principles could apply to other aspiring entrepreneurs?
Absolutely, I do.
Even those who aren't parents?
I think the core concepts, like building a digital kingdom, leveraging those pills of freedom for efficiency, and prioritizing personal growth,
right?
Those are pretty universally applicable.
So whether you're a stay-at-home parent, a side hustler, someone looking to make a complete career change, there's something to be gained from Rome Wells's approach.
For sure.
You know, one of the things that really stood out to me from the sources you shared is his emphasis on authenticity.
Yes. He seems very transparent about his own journey.
Yes.
He's not afraid to say that it took time and effort to figure things out.
He's not presenting himself as some kind of guru with all the answers.
Exactly.
It makes him more relatable.
More like a guide who's sharing what worked for him and encouraging others to find their own path.
Yeah, I think that's really inspiring.
It is.
And it probably makes his message even more relatable and accessible.
Yeah, I agree.
What I also think is fascinating is his ability to take these seemingly disparate concepts, like ancient Japanese feudal systems and modern digital marketing strategies.
It's such a unique approach.
And combine them.
It is. He's taken these principles of structure, loyalty, and personal growth, and he's applied them to the online world.
Yeah.
In a way that I think is both innovative and effective.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Rome Wells's world, what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
For me, it's the importance of mindset and personal growth.
Yeah.
He's not just teaching technical skills. He's really empowering moms to believe in themselves and create a business that reflects their values.
Yes, I completely agree.
And I think the pills of freedom are such a great reminder that you can build a successful business without sacrificing your time or your sanity.
Absolutely. And while his system is designed for moms,
the
core principles apply to any entrepreneurial journey.
Right. It's all about finding what works for you,
Uh-huh.
creating a sustainable system,
Yeah.
and having that support.
Building that community.
Building that community, exactly.
Rome Wells really encourages embracing the journey and celebrating those wins along the way.
He does. I love that about his approach.
So we covered a lot today.
We did, from feudal systems to pills of freedom to storytelling and community.
It's been quite a journey.
It has.
Hopefully our listeners have a solid foundation now to start exploring digital faceless marketing.
I hope so.
And maybe building their own digital kingdom.
Yes. And remember, you have the power to create a business and a life that you love.
Yes, on your own terms.
On your own terms.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
Have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media, maybe Instagram or TikTok, and an ad for something completely catches your eye?
Oh, yeah. Happens all the time.
You click on it, you're curious, and then you get a price tag,
Yeah.
and you just think, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I could find something like this way cheaper on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that moment where you wonder, why on earth would someone pay, say, $50 for this when a quick search shows it's $20 somewhere else?
Right. It seems illogical.
Well, today we're taking a deep dive into that exact paradox. We're going to pull back the curtain on the surprising truth behind why some direct-to-consumer businesses, especially in these booming niches like GLP-1 style patches, can absolutely thrive.
Yeah, thrive even when a seemingly identical product is available for less elsewhere.
Exactly.
Our mission today really is to unpack not just what these businesses do, but why they work. We're delving into the clever psychology, the, strategic planning, and the really intricate logistics that transform a cheap product into a perceived premium solution. We'll explore the fundamental challenges they face, the often overlooked realities of global supply chains, and the smart phased approaches that separate the, let's say, fleeting fads from genuinely sustainable brand-driven success.
And this deep dive, it comes from a pretty unique set of sources, right? An insider's view.
It does, an unparalleled insider's view, giving us a direct look into the why and the how of making this complex model actually, profitable.
Okay, let's start right at the heart of it then, that core question.
Yeah.
Why would anyone pay $50 for a GLP-1 style patch when, like you said, something that looks similar might be on Amazon for $20? It just feels counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It absolutely does feel illogical if you're approaching it from a purely rational price comparison mindset.
Right.
And that's precisely the point. The fundamental truth about successful direct-to-consumer dropshipping, especially in these high-value niches, is that it doesn't compete with Amazon on price. It can't.
So what does it compete on?
It competes on something entirely different: emotion, timing, and brand perception.
So how does that actually play out in the mind of a consumer? Walk us through that psychology a bit.
Well, think about it this way. There's a massive difference between impulse and intent.
Okay. Impulse versus intent.
Yeah. When you go to Amazon, you generally have intent, right? You're looking for something specific, maybe comparing prices.
Definitely.
But when you're scrolling Instagram or TikTok, you're not searching for a GLP-1 patch. You're just browsing. Then you're sort of interrupted by a viral ad, maybe a compelling story. And that often leads to an impulse buy. You're simply not stopping to price check Amazon in that moment of, emotional connection or curiosity.
That's a huge distinction. So it's about catching people when they're not really in that comparison shopping mode.
Exactly. And beyond that, it's about perceived value and branding. A successful direct-to-consumer business isn't just selling a generic patch. They're selling a narrative, a solution, maybe a lifestyle, or even a sense of belonging. I mean, the sources mention examples like spiritual protection patches or support our vets patches or even things like exclusive anime patches.
Interesting.
The brand wraps the product in meaning, making the buyer feel it's special, something more than just a random Amazon patch. And that's how you justify a much higher price.
I've also noticed how the offer itself often feels, well, loaded, like it's designed to make you feel like you're getting a fantastic deal,
Yeah.
even at that higher price point.
Yes. You're hitting on another critical element, offer psychology. Amazon's offer might be really straightforward. One patch for $9.99 to 0 for 0 for $19.99. Simple math.
Right.
But a direct-to-consumer brand's offer might be buy one, get one free for $49.99.
Which technically is more per patch.
Technically, yes, but the buy one, get one free framing sounds like an exclusive, urgent deal. Humans, we're wired to react to perceived bargains and scarcity, not always to sit down and calculate the raw unit costs like a spreadsheet.
That makes it.
And remember, most dropshippers fail. Let's be clear on that.
Why is that?
Because those ad costs are brutal, often $25 to $35 just for one sale.
Wow.
So unless your product truly goes viral or you have incredibly strong branding and, importantly, user-generated content, those margins just vanish instantly.
So the BOGO offers help cover the ads.
Exactly. That's why these buy one, get one free offers are so prevalent. They're designed specifically to boost the average order value and cover that expensive ad spend, even if they seem, well, counterintuitive to a purely rational buyer.
Okay, here's where it gets particularly fascinating, maybe a bit high stakes.
Ah.
Our sources really dig into GLP-1 style patches. The ones designed to support weight loss or maybe mimic effects like semaglutide.
Right, a very hot topic.
Why on earth would someone choose this specific niche for drop shipping? Especially with all the noise around it, and like we said, cheaper options readily available.
Well, the dynamics in this high-risk niche are truly unique. On Amazon, a GLP-1 style patch is often just another supplement patch, kind of lost in the crowd.
Just one of many.
Exactly. But with a direct-to-consumer brand, it's meticulously reframed. It becomes a doctor-recommended breakthrough, maybe an exclusive fat-burning patch not available on Amazon, or a limited-time offer only through our official site.
Creating exclusivity and authority.
Precisely. And people are often more inclined to trust a well-designed brand.
Okay, let's dive in. Today we are really unpacking something with a name that's almost a parody. The Steering Up the Plot Freedom Fusion Automation.
Yeah, it's quite the mouthful, isn't it?
Seriously, the name itself feels like a whole marketing campaign.
It's maximum jargon, absolutely. But, we need to look past the flashy branding here, because this system, it actually tells us a lot about where AI might be heading.
How so?
Well, it tackles this big question. Just how specific, how vertical can AI get? Before it completely leaves the idea of general productivity tools behind.
Right, so this isn't like your everyday chat GPT or something.
Not at all. This is, as the sources keep emphasizing, a bespoke digital butler. It's designed for a very, very specific kind of person.
And that's our mission for this deep dive. Right?
Yeah.
To look at the, frankly, bizarre tech stack involved here, reading your mood, whispering.
Exactly. But also the strategy behind it. Why go so hyper-focused?
And the big promise they're selling, according to the creators anyway, is cutting out an incredible amount of hours listening to TikTok gurus.
Which, let's be honest, is a powerful pitch.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about eliminating the noise, the confusion. They're selling certainty, efficiency, basically the ultimate shortcut.
Okay, let's start right there then with the audience. Because the definition they use is, well, it's something else. They call them the luxury pet moms over 40 and digital fesses.
It sounds almost comical. It's so specific.
Right.
But there's real method to that madness. Every word there tells you about the business model, the user's problems.
Okay, break it down for us. What's a luxury pet mom over 40?
So the sources define them by a couple of key things. First, high disposable income. That's crucial.
Makes sense. Luxury.
And second, they're really engaged, both with their pets, obviously, but also their online presence around their pets. But here's the clincher. They are time poor. Deeply time poor.
Ah, okay. So they need maximum efficiency. They can't be messing around learning complex software.
Precisely. You've got someone with money, commitment, but zero time to waste.
Got it. High value, low bandwidth.
Exactly. Then you layer on the digital sis.
Which sounds like, what, online female entrepreneurs?
Yeah, that's basically it. The sources say it's slang for digitally native women building businesses online. Think lifestyle brands, coaches, creators who monetize really specific niches.
Okay, so people already deep in the content creation game.
Deep in it, but also probably drowning in it. They're super vulnerable to that information overload problem.
So the common thread is people with the drive, maybe the money, the niche, but they're just overwhelmed by all the conflicting advice out there on like what to post, when, how. Decision fatigue, basically.
That's exactly it. That is the core pain point this whole system is built to obliterate, as they put it.
A strong word.
It is. The idea is stop sifting, stop stressing, stop strategizing. The system gives you instant prescriptive guidance, tailored not just to your brand, but, and this is the wild part, to how you're feeling right now.
Okay, that's the perfect segue. Because the innovation here, it seems, isn't just AI, but how they've assembled it and how it reads your mood.
Yeah.
Let's get into the tech stack, this sensitive AI avatar in the interface. What is that?
Yeah, this is where it gets really out there. The source material is pretty explicit. This avatar doesn't just take typed commands or voice input.
No.
No, it uses the device's camera to analyze your actual physical and emotional state. We're talking gestures, facial expressions, like, did you just smile? Are you frowning? It's reading your general mood.
Whoa, okay. That's a lot multimodal input, but like really multimodal.
Extremely. And the kicker is how that data is used immediately. You wave your hand in frustration, you hesitate with the mouse, that's all input. It's instantly actionable data for the AI.
So how does it process that in real time? What's the engine?
That's the technical hook. All this emotional data, the gestures, it's fed directly into the Gemini Live API.
Gemini Live.
Whoa.
Okay, and live means?
It means super low latency, real-time conversational interaction with Google's AI. The system is literally using your body language and your mood as part of the conversation, adjusting its guidance on the fly.
Okay, so that real-time connection explains the feedback loop they talk about, this operational audit of your creative process. It's watching you work.
Constantly. It's logging everything. Every click, pause, task you finish. The sources even mention it logs stuff like waving your hand, or if you click away to doom scroll to find a TikTok video.
Seriously, it tracks doom scrolling.
Apparently. The goal is to give you optimized guidance based on what you actually do, moment by moment, not just some plan you made.
This sounds incredibly complex, resource-intensive.
Yeah.
Yet it's meant to work smoothly on a regular iPhone. How do they manage that without a dedicated app? You mentioned it runs. Where?
Right. This is a key technical workaround. It runs inside the Safari browser.
In Safari.
It seems to be about getting around the usual roadblocks. The App Store has rules, right? Rules that often limit how much an app can automate or interact with other parts of the device, especially camera access, cross-app stuff for content creation.
Ah, so running it in the browser gives them more freedom, avoids those App Store restrictions? Clever.
It is clever. But then they still need to control the phone for things like posting, camera access, for the content itself.
So how does the web app in Safari talk to the rest of the phone? There must be a bridge.
There is, and that's the other key piece, iPhone shortcuts.
Ah, okay. Shortcuts?
Exactly. That's the bridge. The web app uses shortcuts integration to reach out and control those deeper device functions, triggering the camera just right, automating parts of the posting process. It unlocks the whole workflow.
Okay, I need to pause you there. Because the tech is already fascinatingly niche, right? Browser-based, shortcuts integrated, mood-reading AI. But then they add another layer, this sensory thing, ASMR elements, whisper sounds. Are we actually talking about an AI whispering sweet nothings while you're trying to edit a video? Why?
It sounds completely bizarre on the surface, I know. But it points to this deeper design idea they have. They're trying to actively lower the anxiety that comes with content creation.
By whispering.
Sort of. By guiding you not just logically do this next, but also emotionally, sensorially, as the sources put it. They want to create this like calming, immersive soundscape around the work to reduce the psychological friction that constant pressure creators feel.
So it's automated emotional regulation built into the software workflow.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Okay, so this complex, real-time, mood-reading, whispering AI avatar. You mentioned it has a dual role. Beyond just the tech side. This is where the claims get even bolder, isn't it?
Yes, this is probably the most, let's say, audacious claim they make. The system apparently offers emotional support, essentially acting as your therapist, is the phrase used.
Whoa, hang on. Therapist.
Combined with being your marketing manager.
Okay, the marketing manager part I get, but therapist. That feels like a huge overstep. Isn't that problematic, legally or ethically? even if they just mean emotional support.
It's a really loaded word choice, absolutely. But I think you nailed the likely interpretation. The context suggests it's not about clinical therapy. It's about managing that emotional friction, that creative stress.
Like, if it sees you're frustrated via the camera.
Exactly. If the gesture recognition picks up frustration or maybe low energy, it might trigger those ASMR sounds or perhaps adjust the tone of its guidance, make it gentler, less demanding. It's structured to deal with the emotional hurdles that stop people from creating